It don't matter what side you go on, you always beat me. You want the right side, okay. Mr. Party Pooper wants the right side. It was kind of funny though. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do this. Woo! Ah!
This is the beginnings of Bristol's annual Cumberplunge. It's one of those simple ideas that takes some pretty innovative thinking to pull off. Basically, it's just putting a water slide down Cumberland Avenue off Solar Hill, and it ends up down on Piedmont. But it took a lot of work to make it happen. The roads have been blocked off since 4 a.m., at least that's what I was told. I got there at 5. By then, the launching platform was in place and the finishing touches were being completed. Trucks loaded with hay backed up the hill, and these gentlemen in orange started putting the hay bales in 3 parallel rows. As the sun started to come up, a thin layer of plastic was stretched across top of the hay bales, and then the trucks arrived with the heavy rolls of thick roofing material. The roofing material was the key. It had to be carefully placed,
Kelly, can you kind of come down behind us and make sure this is going up against both walls?
Molded into the shape required, and then attached to the hay bales with long staples. This process took longer than anything, and all hands pitched in to make this thing work. The slide was starting to take shape. The Bristol, Virginia Fire Department attached a hose to this fire hydrant, ran it around and through, and finally to this supply line that fed 2 simple water hoses and a soaker hose that was attached to the center of the 2 lanes. I was under the impression that it would be like a water park where thousands of gallons of water would rush down the lanes, but that wasn't needed. A little soak to make the lanes slick, an adjustment or 2 of the water flow, and the Cumberplunge was ready for testing.
I am pumped up. This is awesome.
Finding test pilots for this thing wasn't nearly as hard as you might think it would be. So in just a few minutes, the first test run was ready to launch.
We need more sprinklers.
Well, nothing works perfectly the first time. So with a little tweaking and a lot more soap, the test pilots began to see more and more speed. Speed is always good until stopping becomes the problem. Considering the amount of fun that this guy had, we could tell that this was going to be a great day.
But I moved 5 bales of hay.
So for the next few hours, the volunteers sacrificed life and limb and some shoes.
You had to take your shoes off.
No, I'm not going to get wet. I'm going to do this. Baby.
To test the track over and over. And over and over.
I beat you!
And over until they were sure that the track was fast and safe for the citizens that would experience the Cumberplunge.
This is Cumberplunge 2015 in Bristol, Virginia, put on by the city of Bristol, Virginia in partnership with Quaker Steak and a ton of other sponsors. It's about community involvement, bringing everyone together, getting everyone involved in one giant project, and just having some fun, giving back to the community. And thanks to Quaker Steak, we're able to do that.
Quaker Steak and Lube is the primary sponsor for this event. And this is Shelley Schaefer. She's the marketing manager.
Cumberplunge is from noon until 4 p.m. you had to register on bristolvirginia.org/Cumberplunge. 48 inches tall, 12 years of age or older to be able to participate. If you are under 48 inches or if you're younger than 12 years, the Crisis Center of Bristol has a kids zone. So they have an inflatable slide, they have kids crafts, kids games, face painting, balloon animals, all of that fun stuff. We have a beer garden sponsored by Burger Bar.
So around noon, the people who had registered and signed a release started Cumberplunging. Now you would think that most people would show up in bathing suits, but you would be wrong. However, there were some interesting outfits. What are you doing here?
Having fun.
We're plunging.
Yes.
Why do you want to do this?
Never did it before.
Bucket
First
list.
time. Yeah, when you get so old, you got to do something before you die. Anyway.
It's pretty fun. Good times. Yes, sir.
We have a soccer team and it's kind of maroon, and we wanted to do blue so it would like pop out, I guess. Yeah.
You look kind of utterly ridiculous.
That is what I was going for. I've been thinking of cow puns this whole day, and utterly ridiculous is the best I could come up with.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the Cumberplunge because it's going to cool me off. I've been doing a lot of training, and I walked about 12 miles this morning already, and just wanted to cool off and have some fun and raise some awareness for breast cancer.
We all live in the Spring Garden neighborhood, and we have a lot of squirrels.
We have a lot of squirrels in our chimneys and stuff.
Yes.
So we just went with it.
And of course, there was a little trash talking.
I'm taking you out. I'm faster than you. Over the finish line. No, you're out. Done. Finish line.
And of course, there was this guy. Everybody's got to take a break from crime fighting, right? Cumberplunge was a great time and a lot of community involvement. But it also said a lot about Bristol. It said that we're open to new ideas, and our governments and our businesses are willing to work together to make this a better place. Yes, a good place to live. And finally, the good people at Blackbird Bakery, who, by the way, had a very good day, was nice enough to let us mount a time-lapse camera on their sign. This is what we got. See you next year at Cumberplunge.